Hello. I hope you guys don't mind me complaining a bit, but this is my third take. For some reason, I keep having problems with YouTube. Hopefully, I won't this time. I'm going to attempt to give you some directions through this video of how to complete the portfolio assignment. And this is our big final assignment. Each one of these sections is worth a test grade, so you can really mess up by not completing the portfolio. I can tell you more specifically about how much it's worth grade-wise, but I haven't had a chance to calculate that. I'll let you know next time we talk. There are 3 different items in the link about the portfolio that tell you how to complete the portfolio. One of them is a document, which means it's a Word document. It's called the Student Portfolio Assignment for the College Success class. And on this sheet, you will see at the bottom a picture of the website page that you're going to be going to. I know that's in the link because I put it there. There is an additional, there's a PowerPoint of it's the same information, it's just in PowerPoint form. Because one of the items you will have to do in the portfolio is to create a PowerPoint. So I was kind of doing that to give you some idea of how to work with PowerPoint. Then there's another document where I have given more specific directions, and I've also included my examples of the portfolio items that you are being asked to do. All right, I'm going to go by the PowerPoint that I created as I go through it. I'm going to use the PowerPoint as what I'm referring to. The very first page simply says portfolio, my name, College Success 1000, and then North Georgia Technical College. That's my opening page, which is what you're going to need to put on your PowerPoint. All right, my PowerPoint here, though, is giving you directions about the portfolio. Section 1. A, go to the Occupational Outlook Handbook, which is the picture I showed you on the other document. There is a website there. Once you go to that website, look for information in the career that you are studying. Business, nursing, pharmaceutical, we've got people in welding. Myself, I work with students in early childhood. I did my example as if I was a cosmetology student. So, and I got that information straight from this website. Please be sure you come out of Angel. Do not try to go to that website while you're in Angel. Copy-paste that link to a new window or a new tab, and then look for the information there in the new tab. Okay, that's part A, section 1. Then you've got number 1. It just tells you simply to save the following information about your chosen career. Save it with your name, and I suggest saving it on a jump drive or an external drive in case something happens to your computer, or, it's always good to save things on an external drive, especially when you're in school. Number 2, section 1. In your own words, write about the following topics about your chosen career. There's A, responsibilities of the career, B, how to become one, C, what is the pay if you choose this career, and D, the job outlook, number of jobs or possibilities of being hired, etc. 2, A, B, C, and D would all be one paragraph. I wrote it all in one paragraph, and in my example, I wrote it in narrative form, and I put where I addressed each question, I put that in red ink so that you can see how I answer the question. But when you do your part, you need to leave off the red words. I just put that there so you could see where I addressed each of those questions, the 4, A, B, C, and D. Then section 3 is at the top of the next PowerPoint page. You can put section 3 at the bottom of section 2. It's a summary of how you will become successful in your chosen field. You're going to write one paragraph in narrative form, and there again, if you'll look at the directions that are the more specific directions, you will see my example of section 1, number 2, A, B, C, and D questions, and number 3, the summary. That's 2 paragraphs. Leave off the red words. I just put them there so you could see where I address those questions in my answer. Part B, you're going to create a resume using the guidelines that I provide you, and my guidelines are go to page 260 in your textbook, and that is how you complete your resume. Just very simple. You do not need to go to one of those templates from Microsoft Word or any other resume site. Just very simply, just go to a blank Word document, type in the words in bold that are bolded, and then type in the other words, the answers, or the way you need to write your resume. Just, like I said, follow the example on that page. Part C is the cover letter. The example, again, same thing, page 262 in the textbook. Both of those are in Chapter 12. Both of those examples are the way I want you to complete the cover letter and resume. You do not have to do anything fancy. Follow the guide on those 2 pages. Part D, look online for job openings in your field and fill out an application. Complete the application and submit it. Submit it in the Dropbox is what we're talking about. So you're going to have to complete the application, copy-paste the application, I would suggest to a Word document. Hopefully it will do that. And if you have any problems, you need to ask. A lot of folks did have problems with this particular thing, depending on what their chosen field was. And if you need an application that's blank, I can help you with that, but you're going to need to let me know soon. Part C, English essays. If you are taking English, you may have an essay that you've done, just one. If you have an example of an essay that you have done in an English class, bring that in. I need that as an example. Or D, if you have a math progress report, if you are taking math. Or E, if you've done Computer 1000, a progress report, if you are taking Computer 1000. You only need one of either B, C, D, or E. You don't have to do all 4. If you only have the math progress report, that's fine. You've met that requirement. If you only have the English essay, fine, no problem. What I found last semester is not very many people had C, D, or E. So I said, okay, let's go up to B and write about a summary of a major project you have done in your chosen field. I had a photography student. She wrote about a photography project that she did. Of course, she had a portfolio, so that took care of her part 2 here. If you have done a major project, I know my early childhood students do, any type of project, it just has to be one that you've done in your area. Talk to me about that. That was an area that the students had trouble understanding. If you have nothing for B, C, D, or E, you're going to need to make some sort of summary of something for B, and I'll have to talk to you more about it later. Okay, Section 2, F, G, H, and I. If you have any of those, any type of award you've earned, a copy of a certificate. My early childhood students, again, had a certificate that they completed CPR. If you have a CPR certificate that you've completed while you've been at North Georgia Tech, anything of F, G, H, and I, just one of those things. Those 2 areas were had a lot of questions about that, so please ask. Now, Section 3, you have to conduct an interview with someone in your chosen field. Include the name of the person, where he or she works, and the name of the company, and his or her education and training. Ask at least 7 more questions on your own. Well, guess what? I had this handy-dandy sheet that I use with my early childhood students that they had, because they had to interview a professional. And I took out the early childhood part and just made it blank. And I have an example, you'll have to ask me about it, of a professional interview question. I've already got these copied for you guys, but I'll put them in Angel as well so you can see it. You need to ask that professional at least 7 questions, and there's actually 10, but 10 is other. Anyway, this is a guide. If you have your own ideas about what you want to ask that person, that's fine. Because you might know a person that might be a relative that is in that career. If you cannot find anybody, I know there are 2 nurses at the Currahee campus that we asked to help some of our students. Got to interview them last year, Miss Nancy Morris and Miss Stephanie Steele. Both of those are willing to let you interview them. If you were an early childhood major, you could interview me. Too bad. No, just kidding. You can if you got a welding instructor. I had some welding students interview their welding instructor. Those people have actually worked in the field. So have I. So if you know someone that's, of course, none of y'all are cosmetology majors, but you could interview your hairdresser. Real quick, section 4. You will create a PowerPoint presentation. Do not use really snazzy themes or graphics, because PowerPoint, that makes it too big and it will not load in Angel. However, you can run it from your jump drive, because you will show your PowerPoint to everybody in class. The PowerPoint needs to have at least 5 slides. It needs to contain the following. Well, excuse me, it does not need to have more than 2 graphics, only 2. It makes it too big, guys. You need to have an introductory slide, a picture of yourself on the first slide, information about the career, which you've already gotten that from the website that you looked at earlier, and a conclusion slide. Once again, I have an example for you to view so you can go by. I have examples of just about everything that you could look at that would help you with the portfolio, and I will bring those to class on July 6th. Take care and enjoy your holiday.